Right, so in this video I'm going to show you how to format a USB pen to be used as a memory card with the original Xbox. Now I just want to get one thing out of the way straight away, and that is not all USB pens will work. It's hit and miss when it comes to them. You want to try and get to increase your chance of success, you want to have the smallest USB pen you can get. So nowadays that's about 2 or 4 gigabytes you'll get. Right now I'm going to be using my SanDisk Cruiser 4 gigabyte. Now this is a really old USB pen, I've had it for a long time and it's compatible, and I'm going to show you how I have to actually load this USB pen on the Xbox. Now this could be the case for other USB pens, and you might have one that's compatible and you've just been connecting it incorrectly, and I'll explain that in a wee bit. So you're obviously going to need 4 things: a USB pen, your Softmod save, USB Fatx Formatter version 1.3.2, Explorer 360, this is the beta 6 version which was the last one released, and that's all you need. Well, obviously you'll need some way of connecting it to the Xbox. I'll quickly show you. I use a small converter I made, and you can't see it because it's too dark. I'll show you when I'm plugging it into the Xbox. So first things first is you want to extract your saves. So let's say I'm using my 2016 Softmodding Tool save. Get the Softmod package. In my case I want to select all the saves that I want. In this case I'm in the UK, so I pick PAL and I extract here, and these are the folders you're going to be wanting. So the next step is we have to corrupt our USB pen. The reason you have to corrupt it is because Fatx Formatter will not format the drive unless it's got a corrupt file system. I'm assuming that's for a protection. So the reason is it allows you to format any USB device. So if the partition or if the file system is corrupt, it knows that that's what it's meant to do. That's a USB pen that it's meant to format, and you don't accidentally format, you know, your backup drive or whatever. So to do that, we want to format it, but we don't want to do a quick format, we want to do a full format. And let's start on OK. And as soon as you see the little green bar appear, like now, you pull your USB pen out. Pick OK and close that. You now reconnect your USB pen, and we wait until it pops up asking you to format it. Once that appears, we can then proceed to the next step. So I can close that. Pick cancel. Now we move on to USB Fatx Formatter. So you want to right click and pick Run as Administrator. I'm running Windows 10. I assume this will be the same steps for Windows 7 and 8 as well. So if you don't run it as administrator, you cannot format, these don't appear. Okay, so you have to run it as administrator, right? So on Windows 10 at least. So you want to pick, the first time you want to pick format USB, you pick yes. If you hadn't corrupted the file system, it would have told you here, it would have popped up a wee error saying that the file system wasn't corrupt, and it would allow you to see a tutorial. I don't know if the tutorial is still active because I didn't click yes. I know what to do, so I just done it. So you pick yes, device is done, and now we have to close it. So we close that down. Now in the taskbar you might still see the icon. If it's down there, you want to right click and pick close window. For some strange reason, when it's run as administrator, it doesn't always close. So we want to reopen it again in administrator rights, and this time we want to pick quick format USB. Now the reason we do this is because when you pick Format USB, it doesn't write the Fatx header to the USB pin, so Explorer 360 won't see it because it's not a Fatx file system. So we pick Quick Format, yes, OK, close. Again, if it's still open, click Close. Now we move on to Explorer 360. This we don't run as administrator rights. The reason being we can't drag and drop. So double click, pick Drive, open, hard drive memory card, and there's your USB pin. So now we want to go back to our saves. Click on here. So we want to click select all. So Control A or just drag and drag them over onto. I'll just move this across. You want to drag them over onto this side. So you want to just click on here until it's highlighted blue, or well, it should be highlighted blue, and then drag your files onto this window. Now we can wait 30-40 seconds until this is done. Once this is complete, we're going to want to pick Drive and pick Close. So I'll close that window. Drive, Close. Now we can close that. Now you want to go down to your taskbar, down the bottom right of your screen, and pick Eject. So you want to eject your USB device properly. Don't just pull it out, just eject it. In Windows 10 you'll get a wee notification, and if there is an activity light on your USB pen, it will go off. So now we remove the USB pen and we move on to the Xbox. So I'll pause and I'll show you when I'm at the Xbox. Right, so we're at the Xbox. Now this is set to factory, so this is what a normal Xbox would be when you get it. Now with my Softmod you don't need a specific Microsoft dashboard, you can use any dashboard you wish, and you'll see that in a minute. So the device I was talking about was this. It's basically just the plug part that goes into the front, the controller port, and I removed the wire and soldered in a female USB header, which then allows me to just connect the USB like so. So I'm going to plug this into port 4, and this is what I was explaining earlier. With my USB pen I have to plug it in before the system's booted. If I plug it in whilst the Xbox is powered on at the Microsoft dashboard, it corrupts the USB pen. I don't know why, and for a lot of you who have USB pens, that might be one of the reasons why it didn't work when you tried it, if it's compatible, that is. So I'll pause and move over to the telly and we'll see it booting up. Right, so the Xbox is booting now. Excuse me. It'll load into the dashboard and we'll head to memory. And you can now see the USB device. If we go into hard drive, there's no saves, just soundtrack. So select the controller port 4, in this case this is the USB device, and here are all the saves, and none of them say corrupt, so it was transferred to the device correctly. So what you want to do is, by default you will be highlighted on the left hand pane, as you can see. You want to press right. In my case you want to highlight where down the bottom here it says do not delete. That means you know you're on the right side. Press A, copy, hard drive, or Xbox hard disk as they call it. Or then copy the save over. You want to press B, press down, copy. So it's down AA, B, down AA, B, B. and that's it, done. The saves are now on your Xbox. Now if you go through them, none of them say corrupt, so you know they've transferred to the hard drive properly. So now we can move on to the game. Now I'm going to be using 007, and currently my Xbox is set to NTSC, and with the PAL version of the game the FMVs do not appear when running in NTSC mode. Obviously if you're an NTSC user you'll have an NTSC copy and the videos will display. So I'm going to turn the Xbox off so not to corrupt my USB pen. Xbox is off, remove a USB pen and power the Xbox back on. Now when the FMV is meant to be playing, it will pop up no signal. Oh, is this even going to read the disc? Nope. This is why we Softmod, because the drives are starting to die. Okay, I'll pause the video and come back when it's loading. Right. It's loading the disc this time. Had to give the drive a slap and a blow. So right now it would be playing a video. If you're an NTSC user or your Xbox is the correct region or video region, then it would display the video. So in my case I just keep hitting start in A. And there you go. Now, depending on the softmod you're using, if the softmod is an older softmod, then you will have to select mission, the first mission, and when the helicopter appears, when you get the little in-game FMV kind of cutscene, when the helicopter's about to, flying in, you pause it, pick quit, and then you pick load mission. Now that's not required with my Softmod because I use NK Patcher to which runs after the exploit. That only happens if it's a boot from Media BIOS, which is an older Softmod. So if it crashes when you pick Xbox hard disk, select mission, start the first mission, quit the first mission, then try it. In my case of my Softmod, you just press A. You don't need to do that part. The LED on the front of the console will turn red and you're presented with this screen. And now all you do is you press A. Again, this will vary depending on the softmod you choose. With my softmod, it's made to be the most simplest softmod you could ever use to install. It's pants easy. There's no backing up of the EEPROM, there's no setting up the Shadow C partition. I do everything. So, and I'll show you that after it reboots. So that's you softmodded. So you hit understand. Now with any softmod, please back up your EEPROM to your PC and stick it on Dropbox or Google Drive. Back it up and keep it, because if your hard drive dies in your Xbox, you need that to lock another hard drive to that Xbox. So please back it up. That's me just being kind of a bit smarmy and telling you that it was painless and easy. And now we press A again. What will now happen is the LED on the front of the Xbox will flash green. And then the console will turn off and then turn back on. This is when you eject the disc. So when you see the flubber, press eject. And now Unleash X will load. And that's you set up to do whatever the hell you want. So your EEPROM backup is located on the E partition under Backups, EEPROM, and you have a copy of your EEPROM bin, the EEPROM.cfg file, which can be used with config magic, which you should never need to use, and Xbox info.txt. This just gives you some information about your Xbox, which version it is, how much RAM, when, the time and date when you softmodded the console. For the time and date to work, obviously you need to have an internet connection, so you'll have to plug in an Ethernet cable into the back of the Xbox and have it so that it can access the internet, and then it will get the time and then it will populate. If it doesn't, it always gets set to the 1st of the 1st 2016. So that's how you format a USB pen to work as an Xbox memory card and you install a softmod. So thank you for watching, and bye bye.